You never know what you will find, shaping a world that's in your mind. Deport yourself and walk with me.
Hello guys, and welcome back for some even more Fear of Mobs. So, last episode we left off with me making more changes to the spider grinder in episode Arachnicracken. Well, I've once again changed everything all over again. Yeah, that's right. Now, last time I said that I was good, I was at a point where I was willing to stop and not make any more changes. Nah, I went ahead and made more, and honestly, I seriously think that if this is not 100% done, then it is 95% done. There's still one flaw that I see in it. So, without further ado, here's how this works. So I removed the glass because it did nothing. Seriously, the spider just kept climbing up the glass, so I just said, forget it, it does nothing. So I instead found another reason as to why the spiders will catch themselves on the way down. The problem is, if too many are falling at once, or there's too many down here already, then the spider that's falling will be pushed over and grab onto the ledge, and then that's just how it works. That's just how it is. So, there were a couple solutions. One, don't let as many spiders fall at once. Well, actually, hang on. There were a couple of solutions. That's not actually the solution. The solution was, the best solution I found was as soon as the spider falls, get it out of there as fast as possible so that when the next one falls, it won't collide with that last one and catch onto the wall. Because spiders, this thing generates spiders slowly enough that it's not going to generate like 800 at once and then send them all at once and make them all fall. The only reason they all fall down at once is because there's some kind of lock mechanism up there, which I removed. There's no longer a locking mechanism up there. In fact, I think I'll show you how it is up there. If you don't mind me showing you guys peaceful mode just for a short time. I suppose I could shut it down, but I don't want to break the glass. So, without further ado, here's the system I came up with. There we go. And that actually works way better when I'm not pushing the button. So, I'll explain that again and see if this works. I push the button, the spiders gently let down, and then punch. Tee-hee. That's pretty much how it is. So, yeah, I mean, it's really, look at that. One hit. So this solves several problems. One, spiders will not, they will always lose hearts. Well, like, I think 99% of the time they'll lose hearts. Maybe like 1% of the time they won't. And then another problem that they won't, actually doesn't really solve the problem that they won't get hurt on the way down, which actually, I just thought of a solution for that may get kind of irritating with water, but we'll see. I'll figure something out. Yeah, so anyway, let's get on with this. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, this, auto-firing trap pistons. So let's head up here, or actually I'll first activate it. There we go. So the only time the spiders actually die like that is when they are jumping, when they're in mid-jump, when these things are activating. And I have an idea of possibly fitting a couple pistons just above them, like just above that one, so that it can no longer, jump when these things are about to fire off. But I don't know, it might cause other problems. We'll see. So I'm getting distracted. Let's head up here and see what we got. Up here is the fun little mechanism. As you see, it opens up into the tree farm. There's not much I can do about that. So, hang on. I forgot to show you this. So first, I'll start with the pistons. You got a sticky piston there in the wall. You can see a little bit of it. Holding a regular piston pointed downward. Now you have two regular torches, and we have two redstone torches over here. And that's important, because the redstone torches power these pistons. Get out of the way. That one. Power the downward facing pistons. And those are required. I couldn't figure any other way to get power to those blocks, so that's how I did it. Using torches. The magic of torches. It's amazing what you can do with torches. So, this piece of redstone and this torch here, these power the torches on the other side of these walls. So it basically turns them on and off. Also over here we have repeaters leading out of here into the wall, into the pistons that are pointed. Actually, I just realized I could change this. Hang on, let's try that. It'll probably break everything, but at least we'd have tried, right? This redstone leads into the wall, which is where the pistons pointed inward are. Let's see if I broke anything. We'll activate. Yeah, it's moving too fast now, which is weird. I thought this would do it, but oh well. It's weird. Look at that, it doesn't even drop. Okay, whatever. Put them back to where they were. I don't get it, but whatever. 1, 2, 2. Oh, I remember. There's a torch over there. Okay, anyway. Focus. Okay. So the button, or actually the lever down there is actually on the other side of this wall, and there's a redstone torch on it. Basically, as long as the lever is up, the torch will be powering this. This is the kill, basically on and off. If this piston is retracted, the power will not go through the block, and the circle here will be cut off. So it will just stop the power from circulating like that. Yeah, it took a lot of stone and redstone for this, but not a big deal. I have plenty of both. Also, when you turn on the switch, flip it up to turn it on, it goes through this little pulse regulator, which I learned that's the name, pulse regulator. And then this torch will flicker on and off, just real quick, just 2 ticks, or 4 ticks, I don't remember. It's like 4 or 5 ticks, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 4 ticks. I guess I don't really need it then, since all the repeaters are set to 4 anyway. Anyway, I'll send the power up. The torch will send the power up to the block. Redstone will get the power from the block, and it will continue on its merry way. Alright, let's head over here. This is kind of hard to explain. Basically, the pistons facing in the wall need to be 2 ticks slower than the pistons that are pointed down in order for the whole sequence to work. It just works, so I don't know, not much else I can say about that. Oh, all these torches, I saw a creeper spawn back here when I was just harvesting my farm, and I screamed, and so I went crazy and put like 25 torches down here. Since then, I put in a lot more lights, like these ones here. Should probably mute that, shouldn't I? Yeah, so yeah, I've added all these lights here so they won't spawn anymore, but still, I was a little nervous. And one day I was just down here, just idling, letting this thing stock up with spiders, and this guy just poof, right there. I have no idea how he got here. He's missing a little bit of health. Anybody have any ideas as to how on earth that guy decided to stand up and teleport to me? Let me know. Just so weird. So yeah, this is on a repeating timer, and the reason that is so is that spiders, when I'm idling for a very long time, first off, this is far enough away so that the spawner won't recognize or won't even notice that there are hundreds of spiders here. So that's very nice. Die. There we go. And it's almost 100%, every time they don't die, which is really nice. Or, I mean, they're one-hit kills, which is really nice. Yeah, so it's far enough away. So I'm wasting so much time on this, so I'm going to wrap this up right now. But it's on a repeating timer so that the spiders will be... when these retract, these spiders will fall, and the pistons will come back out and push them back down. Now, the reason why it needs to push them down is because if there's about 300 spiders in here, then the instant these ones start to retract, then the spider blob, as you could say, all the just giant spider tires, they look like tires, that are here, will try to climb up, because they're all just so tensely packed, they want to climb up. So this provides enough time for the pistons to retract and expand again to keep them from climbing up the walls. So that's just kind of just a security thing. I didn't really experiment with it, so if it's not necessary, oh well, it's just there anyway. Alright, let's head in here. Nope, nothing in there. Same old. Head over here. I am wasting time. I have lots of redstone, and I got lots more coal, because I have been using the pick. The magic picky wiki to get stuff. And I swear, I've only used it on stone, not stone, on redstone and coal and a little bit of lapis thus far. And it's already losing some. I feel depressed. Oh, also, look at my bar. If you haven't even noticed, look at that. 77 levels. Seriously, only just a few few measly hours of letting this thing run while I idle here. Get these hundreds of mobs here. Just sit here and just punch them all day long. Seriously, just not day. You know, punch them for like a good 15, 20 minutes. They're all gone, and I go up like 40 levels. Or whatever, 25. I don't care. It's just ridiculous. So I honestly, completely legitly worked my way back up to 77. So we're gonna be enchanting something else very soon. I'm gonna let you guys vote on that. Also, a lot of you guys have been making names for this whole contraption thing here. So I think that we should have a little contest going. You guys have been doing a lot of acronyms. Like, you know, you'd say a word, and then each letter of the word would be assigned a new word. You know, some of you come up with some really funny ones. I came up with my own that was a combination of somebody else's called Messy. Most efficient spider slaying... I don't know what Y it was again, but mess, you know, most efficient spider slayer, or sacrificer, I don't know, something like that. Kudos to whoever made up with that, but we're going to do a little contest there, so leave your best ideas in the comments below. I would choose the funniest one, and you guys feel free to vote on them, because if you get a lot of, you know, votes on a very funny one, then I'll probably end up choosing that one, but you know, if the best chosen one is one I don't really like, then I'm just going to go ahead and go with my favorite. So yeah, please leave some comments. I want to see that. Alright, what else do we have to do today? I wasn't really planning on doing much else except showing you this thing. Oh, right. I have to show you this thing. So I'm going to go ahead, do that, because I simply need to show you how it works, and I'm not going to dilly-dally. I'm dealing with the spawner, potentially losing all of my experiences. So let's just head back up there, and I'm going to show you a few improvements I've made. Up, 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 boobity boom, bop, boom, boobity boom, boom, boobity bop, bop, bop. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't bring any cobblestone. Great. Okay, so you'll notice that it is... I need something here. I didn't bring anything, dang it. Oh, wait! Oh, power of a torch in the palm of my hand. See? It's in my hand. Okay, so, I did a little bit of experimenting here. I noticed that when spiders fall onto either of the sides, they have a higher chance of dying. It's weird, but if they don't fall straight center, sometimes they just die on the way up. So there are a couple reasons for that, and the main reason being that sometimes the spiders just come up off center, sometimes they have more than one spawn at the same time, so they both end up climbing up. So I did something a little different, and I also removed the pistons here for a better idea, and I'll get to that. So basically, all I had to do was put a block here, and what this does is ensures... Oh, and also the water stream here pushes to the side. Now the reason why both of these are in here is because if the spider comes up on this side, then it will be pushed to the side. Actually, every spider, this guarantees that every spider that comes up the stream we push to the side first, alright? Then it's going to catch this current and be pulled in. Then, these two currents, which you can see are coming out of the walls, are pushing the spider dead center. This also helps as a separator, so if several come up at the same time, they will actually be separated right here. So like one, let's say one's on the left and one's on the right, and then one on the left side will come up and keep going. The one on the right will have to wait for this one to move before it can move over, come up, and go along. So the one that was on the left will go through first, with the one on the right behind it. And that will almost guarantees that they fall dead center every time. This water current here really helps. So yeah, this really helps because as you can see, like all the edges are flowing towards the middle. That's really nice. Lastly, I removed the pistons in favor of a simpler and cheaper design. This, all I did basically was cut out a single row, a little, just a single little line here. Dang it! Also, I had to move this up a little bit, so it was no big deal. But yeah, so I just cut a single thin line here for my head. That's all it's for. It's just for my head. If I needed to, I could have just left it blank. I could have just left this all level and flat, but I need a way to get up here. If any spiders are down here, they'll still have a couple opportunities to breathe before they get up here. Then if they're in here, chances are their head's going to be underwater most of the time. Oh, actually, until they get to here. Then they'll just reach over here, and they'll have fine breathing as they fall to their death. So let's head down, break in this. So yeah, I think this spider spawner is 100% good, if not 95%. I mean, if not 100%, then it's 95% complete. Again, there's a problem with the spiders jumping. It's not a really big issue when I'm idling, because they don't really pay attention to me when they're just idling. Because I'll usually be standing over here, so they kind of don't really jump. They just kind of just stay there. Yeah, I'll figure something out for that. But in the meantime, I think this trap is a very awesome success. That's been about 15 minutes, so I hope this whole episode of just explaining this entire trap is good. Leave some comments for ideas, guys, and here's our... Oh, I totally forgot to do this. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, leave comments on what you think we should name this place. Yeah, and I'll name it on the next episode, so, or whenever. It might be a couple episodes from now. Awesome. Alright, yeah. See y'all later. Bye. Wait. Stop the music. Cut it. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Brandon AW, because he's starting his own Let's Play. He is a Fear of Mobsian, and starting his own stuff. So go check his channel out. It'll be in the description. Just, give it a try. He's just starting, just starting Let's Play, and so far it's been pretty interesting. It's got some cool redstone stuff going on. Next ethos slab, right? No, I'm kidding. Alright, yeah, okay. Go ahead and continue music. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now. Peace out. Horn dog.